And welcome back to Like a Dragon. Now it's time to hang out with Joon-gi Han.
Hello, Kasuga-san. I must say this place is quite comfortable.
Yeah, ain't it? Also, seriously, man, how's a guy make drinking alone look so cool? Guess it's easy when you're as handsome as you.
It's just a trench
Kind
coat.
of you to say. Why don't you let me buy you a drink?
Yo, for real?
Admittedly, I don't
Now
think
you're
the trench
speaking my
coat
language,
looks
man.
all that flattering, but maybe that's just me.
It's not about flattery, it's about making it look cool.
I
You
guess.
certainly are a mysterious one, Kasuga-san. Sungri speaks highly of you as well. I dare say it makes me jealous.
Oh, come on. Speaking of, have you been with her long? You've got this butler and lady of the house thing going on.
It's only been 3 years since I was brought into the Komijul. I can't say it's been long.
No shit.
Up until then, I was with a group called the Jingon Mafia. I was their leader's body double.
Body double? You mean like a decoy? Just like the real thing?
Indeed. If my master was ever targeted by our enemies, I was to be killed in his place. That was my duty.
I didn't figure people still did that kind of stuff. Wait, does that mean your face is...
An imitation, yes. What you see is a result of large-scale plastic surgery.
You're not that.
But
You're not.
I'll have you know my previous face was rather handsome as well. A shame not a single picture of it exists anymore.
Really? Out the window then, huh?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
So that means Joon-gi Han isn't your real name either, right? What's your real name then?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you.
Surely we're not that close yet.
Does that make Joon-gi Han the
Come on.
Venom Snake?
First step in becoming friends is calling each other by name, right?
Yes.
Well, isn't this awkward? I'm
I've
afraid
never.
I'm the type to want a bit
That
more
thought has
distance
never
with
clicked
people.
with me.
Is
Huh.
that how it was with the
I'm
Jingon
pretty sure it
Mafia?
was like day one when I
From the
learned
name,
that. I was
I'm
like,
guessing
oh.
it was some sort of Korean Yakuza-like thing.
Weren't you once a member of the Tojo clan, Kasuga-san? I'm surprised you've never heard of the Jingon Mafia.
Well,
I
the
was in the
first
clan
time
for
they
a
came
long
up,
time.
I was
The
too
Jingon
young to be in the
Mafia and the
Yakuza,
Tojo clan
and the
clashed
second
in
time I was in
1980s,
jail.
Long before you were serving time.
Fair.
The 80s? Dude, that's 40 years ago. I was just a baby back then. Doubt I even had hair.
Yes, I had yet to be born myself. Regardless, early in the decade, the Tojo clan attacked the Jingon Mafia and massacred a great number of them. Around
Oops.
30 or so.
30?
If you want to find out
Back then,
more, play
Komijul
Yakuza
was the
2.
most sought-after territory in all of Asia. I've heard the conflicts for control were rather intense,
I'm surprised you
The
didn't
Tojo
go
clan was
watch our
incredibly
LP of
and
the
they
two.
made sure it was a well-known fact.
Or that too.
All 30 of them, miss.
To get their revenge, the Jingon Mafia main arm in Korea sent even more members to Japan, some of them as undercover agents. But deception is a tricky business, and all who could not strike at the heart of the Tojo clan were considered failures and forbidden from returning. In the end,
I would say that
those
seems
couldn't
kind of
carry
harsh,
out
but
the mission
based on
were abandoned and left
everything
without
I know
any
about the
place to
Jingon
go.
Mafia in between
One of
Yakuza
them
2 and
happened to be
Yakuza
my
6,
father.
that checks out.
Then you were born here, in Japan.
Yes, but be that as it may, I don't recall being welcomed here. I wasn't even accepted by any Korean communities either. My family was treated like slime and kicked out from wherever we went. We came to be called the Stray Jingon Mafia, running away whenever we were discovered.
Slimes who run away, huh?
Well, as a Dragon Quest fan, Ichiban has.
Your
There's
slimes
only one
run
response for
away.
Ichiban.
The reason they chase you is because you're worth tons of experience.
I get it. You're into video games, aren't you, Kasuga?
Wait, how do you know?
Yeah, I played a lot as a kid.
Well, you might be surprised to learn I am too. We should talk shop sometime.
I was just
Hell
hunting
yeah.
metal slimes before you came in, Ichiban.
So, what happened to the straight Jingon after that?
Enter the 21st century, the winter of 2006. Around the time I turned 20, The Jingon Mafia from the mainland made an all-out assault against the Tojo clan. But even as
This
that
would be
happened,
the events of
the stray
Yakuza
Jingon
2?
Mafia received not a word of warning. We were left completely in the dark. Our fathers were entirely forgotten by the countrymen that sent them here.
You don't say. I might know a guy who could sympathize with that.
Oh?
Yeah, he's right in front of you. I got tossed out by my family and locked up for 18 years.
Oh, that's right. That must be why.
Ichiban, does it count as being tossed out when you're the one who volunteered to
So,
go
what happened
to
to the
jail?
Jingon's
Yes,
big
because
all-out attack?
they forgot about him.
Despite
Okay,
their
that part,
careful
yeah.
planning, they were ultimately crushed by the Tojo clan. Ironically, those that survived came from all over to join those of us in the stray Jingon Mafia. It was a miserable sight. Both sides cut off from home and left with no choice but to band together in the social sewer of a country that wasn't theirs.
Sounds like you struggled. Wouldn't know it from looking at you, though.
I could say the same to you.
Yeah, finally starting to warm up to me?
It would seem so. I haven't been acting much like myself today. I had a great time drinking with you, Kasuga-san. I truly mean that.
So whatever happened to the real Joon-gi Han? What's he up to now?
He revived the Jingon Mafia roughly 3 years ago, and at that time had taken over a considerable portion of Kamurocho. But he was shot in the head and killed. I was absent at the
If
time.
you would like to find out more,
It
play
all came
Yakuza
crashing
6.
down, huh? Hmm? Wait, then that means... Can't you use your real name now? Why keep up the body double thing?
Also, straight up, when Joon-gi Han was like
You're-
in like teaser trailers for this game, I
you're
was
not
like
trying to
super
become
intrigued
the
because
real
I
Joon-gi
wanted to
Han,
know how the
are
fuck
you?
Joon-gi Han
Who
could
can
be
say?
here because he died in
That's none
Yakuza
of your
6.
concern, is it, Kasuga-san? Or am I wrong?
Nah, you got me there.
Farewell.
Guess he's not the type to open up so easily. I'll just have to keep drinking with him.
Yeah, honestly, like this, Like a Dragon mostly is a clean break from the rest of the main Yakuza series, but when it comes to like Joon-gi Han, it's really hard not to allude to, what the events of Yakuza's 2 and 6.
Yo, Joon-gi Han! If you're here drinking by yourself, I might as well join you.
Is that so? Well, I have no reason to tell you no. Do as you like. By the way, Kasuga-san, there's something I should tell you.
What's up?
I was contacted by someone in the Komijuru. I've been told a group of people have been looking into me as of late. They seem to have learned that Joon-gi Han is somewhere in Ijincho.
No fooling. What's that all about?
No, we don't have much to go on at the moment. Nonetheless, we verified suspicious activity in my wake. That said, if they come seeking hostility, you and the others may be dragged into it along with me.
Let's fight.
You know I don't mind getting dragged into your bullshit. We're tight.
That's precisely why I don't want to trouble you.
Don't be stupid.
It's cool,
What's
Joon-gi
a friend
Han.
for
We'll
if you
we'll
can't
take
cause
care
him
of
some
him.
trouble every now and then? I
I'll
welcome
smack him
it
with a wad
open
of
arms, in
cash.
fact. I can handle whatever shady shit you can throw at me.
Such enthusiasm. I can't say I'm not amused.
So, any guess as to who these guys might be?
I can't be 100% certain, but it's highly likely that they're remnants of the Jingon Mafia.
Jingon Mafia? Then they're basically old allies, right?
It's hard to say. To them, I'm just cannon fodder, impersonating their dead boss. Perhaps they see that as unforgivable, in which case their goal would be to punish me.
Punish?
It's possible they'd go so far as to kill me.
Then
Again,
couldn't we just
comparison
avoid all
of
this
anything?
shit by saying you're not Joon-gi Han anymore?
Maybe so.
It's gotta be weird being another person forever.
Admittedly,
It's
the
probably
Venom Snake
best to just be
comparison
yourself, right?
just makes
If
me
I were you,
like even more
I'd try to get my old
intrigued by
name and
Joon-gi
face
Han.
back.
A name is one
Like,
thing.
maybe
A face,
Songhui would have
however,
been
it's not
outwardly
something
more
you can
interesting,
change
but
time and time
I
again.
don't know. I
Moreover,
genuinely
I'm
really
still
like
waiting
Joon-gi
for
Han.
more information on my pursuers. We shouldn't need to take action just yet.
Well, it's your call, so I'm good with that. But won't it be a drag if you get caught with your pants down and you're left wishing you would have been ready?
Right. I'll be sure
John,
to
have
keep
you
that
ever
in
seen
mind.
Joon-gi Han ever
Man,
be,
you're always
caught
playing it
unaware?
so fucking cool. Would it kill you to
I
listen to
don't
someone
know
else
if
for
like
once?
that state of
I'd
mind is
ask
even
that you
in his
refrain from praise.
repertoire.
You'll only embarrass me.
It wasn't a damn compliment.
Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you for your concern, Songhui.
Yo, what'd she say?
Oh, nothing. She just asked for an update on the situation. That's all.
Yeah? Bet it feels pretty good knowing a babe like her's looking out for you.
I'm blessed to serve one such as she. The Joon-gi Han I served before was quite the blessing as well.
Was the original Joon-gi Han just as particular about his coffee as Songhui
If I'm to
is?
talk about
Now
Joon-gi
I'm
Han,
really curious.
I'll need to provide some backstory.
Cool with me. I got plenty of time.
Ha! Then I hope you're prepared to sit for a while.
Sure, I'm all ears.
My father was one of the stray Qingwan Mafia I mentioned earlier. And to speak further, he was a lowly thug left behind in a foreign land. In my youth, I was relentlessly beaten by my father, in addition to being neglected by those around me. Home, school, no place provided me with even the slightest bit of sanctuary. Thinking back on it, I'm sure I was a rather dissolute child.
Well, you're not alone in feeling like you got no place to go. Plenty of people feel that way, even civilians.
Feelings of isolation are really that common, huh? Not sure if I should be comforted or not.
Sorry, didn't derail the story, did I?
The real Joon-gi Han had also been raised in a poor and neglected environment like me. But rumors of his strength, intelligence, and ambition started to swirl. And as the men from my father's generation grew older, Joon-gi Han started gaining more and more power. In fact, it was thanks to him that the stray Jingon found any success in Kamurocho at all. While the Tojo clan was being choked by anti-violence laws, the Jingon Mafia were steadily gaining a sense of existence.
Sounds like he must have been pretty cool.
Yes, but my father, who underestimated him as some young greenhorn, failed to prove his worth and was left trying to catch up. A staunch alcoholic, he used what drunken wit he had to try to get close to the young leader. So, eventually he worked out a plan. He would mold his own son's face, set him up as a body double, and offer him as tribute.
What?
I was drugged by my father, and this was done to me while I slept.
No way. He did all that just to impress the boss?
When he was presented with a body double, even the real
That
Joon-gi
seemed like a
Han
very
could only
poorly
force
thought
a
out plan,
smile.
but I
But
think
he saw
he
what
did
had
just
gone
admit that
into
his
my
dad was
face,
drunk, so...
and he
Happy
respected the effort.
birthday! Your own body
So
double.
he said it was a fair offer, and took me under his wing.
And what's your father doing now?
He's long since passed away. His health was already in steady decline, and for what it's worth, I'm sure he wasn't opposed to dying at the bottom of a bottle.
That's a shame. Guess you two weren't super close then.
I can't imagine anyone who was close to their
Joon-gi Han
child
kept
would,
me on his side as much as possible,
this to them.
so I might learn his mannerisms.
Look, fame
Strangely enough,
sometimes requires
it was
great
the only place that
sacrifices.
finally felt like home.
Like me, having
I
to
was
watch
very
through all
much
these
his
videos.
servant, and he was very much my master.
Wow,
But in
harsh.
spite of that, we shared a lot of laughs in the long time we spent together.
Who am I
Well,
kidding?
that's as
We're not getting
And though I
famous.
was his double, it would be rude of me to say that we came to resemble twins.
So the way you're talking right now, that's something Joon-gi Han taught you?
The real Joon-gi Han had a way with words I never will. And when he walked into a room, you knew it.
He's
Try
not
as I
wrong. The
might,
original Joon-gi Han is
I would
like
never reach
was
his level.
super charismatic.
Hearing you say all that makes me even more curious.
About what, may I ask?
You know what? I've always thought you were a pretty sharp dresser.
That's kind of you to say.
But you said the real Joon-gi Han was even more refined.
I
or
don't know if I can agree with
So
you
does
there,
that mean he was as
Ichiban.
stylish as
I
you?
honestly don't. I'm
He
not a
was
big
indeed
fan of this
quite
trench coat.
stylish. His
Look,
fashion
it's
sense had a
not
great
always what's on the
influence
outside.
mine.
Plus, trench coat might not be
Looks
fashionable
like a
here,
kill
but
and
over
close the
there.
match, huh?
You take
Hmm.
interest in the most unexpected things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's how I
To be
roll.
honest, like I do think the original Joon-gi Han like had way more style than this trench coat.
But you know,
Yeah, but
despite
yours.
Actually,
me
if
saying
any-
sorry,
But the cutscenes are
there's
limiting
still
him
one
to
thing
this
I gotta
trench
ask.
coat only.
And that is?
Yeah. I
Isn't
mean,
it
at least
about
like
time you told me your real name.
at some point, I'm gonna like switch him over to other costumes that
Still
look a little more
no, huh?
flattering.
Mm.
Just a little taken aback is all.
Now that I'm looking at this
I
trench
have no
coat, though, it's
problem
reminding me a
telling
lot of the moles from
When I
Judgment.
was first brought into this world, I was given the name Yeonsu Kim.
Yeonsu Kim.
I have no intention of returning to that name. Not when the real Joon-gi Han has already passed away.
The real one took a bullet to the head, yeah?
Correct. There was conflict with a group from Hiroshima that had made its way into Tokyo. As far as I'm concerned, the Jingon Mafia died along with him. At the time, I was given the role of staring down the other hostile groups within Kamurocho as Joon-gi Han. But with their real boss dead, the remaining Jingon Mafia in Kamurocho were nothing but paper tigers. Should our enemies have discovered this, we would have been ousted and probably killed.
If it were me, I probably would have gotten the hell out of Kamurocho. Left everything behind.
Yes,
Yeah, why do you think I'm
that's
here in
precisely what
Ijincho?
I did. The few remaining members at my side did the same. But seeing as the Jingon Mafia was all I'd ever had, I had no place to go. No refuge where I might reconvene with my allies. I was lost and alone in the world. Like a man dying of thirst in the desert, surrounded by a hungry pack of wolves.
Sounds like you had it rough.
I found a faint glimmer of hope in the Korean community here in Japan. But even they refused to accept me, as I was nothing but a criminal to them. Thinking on it now, I should have expected as much from those living an honest life. But still, in my confusion and dismay, I challenged them, asking why they would abandon one of their own.
I get that.
It was enough to make them call the police. And I'm sure that under normal circumstances, I would have been taken away. However,
Huh? Come on, man. Don't just leave me hanging.
the police officers were imposters. And instead of being incarcerated, I was brought to my new home, Yokohama Ijincho.
So those fake officers, were they?
Members of the Komijul, sent to retain me under the orders of Samui. It turned out that the Komijul was a place that many former Jingon members had drifted to. Those that distanced themselves from Kamurocho slowly but surely found their way there.
Oh yeah. Songhui did mention something about the Komijul having roots in the Jingon Mafia.
Indeed. Komijul is essentially a safe haven for refugees. That's why they tend to keep quiet and remain exceedingly closed off.
You know, Joon-gi
For many
Han,
years,
your
they
origin
spied
story
on the Jingon
for
Mafia in
the
Kamurocho from a
Komi Jewel
distance,
sounds a lot
keeping
like the
close
the
watch on
Liu
their
Mongs.
movements. I was fortunately saved by the hand that the Komijul had extended to me. Moreover, Songhui told me what
It's
had
almost like
happened
it's
to the real
thematic or
Joon-gi Han.
something. I don't know.
That he had been shot in the head by an assassin hired by the Hiroshima Yakuza, taken by surprise from the shadows.
An assassin? So what'd you guys do?
I'm gonna have to forget this for LPO6, yeah?
By the time I'd learned of his
Yeah.
existence,
Okay.
he was already dead.
I
wasn't
can't wait
even
till we get
given
to
a
that though,
chance
because
for
that
revenge.
that part is legitimately
I spent many of the
incredible. I
following
love
days
that
in
part of
despair.
6. I really
But
like
even though
Yakuza
I
6.
was in such a
A lot of people
hollow state,
like are pretty down on it, but I think it's
somebody
really
patiently
good.
waited
Mm.
for my recovery. She
Hold
was
on a
more
It is a
second.
little
I'm just gonna
rough.
give myself some
my
brain
abusive
trauma
father
here.
Could have ever hoped to be.
Oh, okay.
A sister to replace the brother I had found in Joon-gi Han. Frankly,
Alright, what's going on?
nothing would hurt me more than to betray her
You know, just talking about
expectations and
Joon-gi Han
disappoint her.
and how he's gotten along with Song-hui.
Oh, like his deadbeat dad and stuff?
Kasuga-san, as for you and me,
Oh no, we're long past his deadbeat dad.
Oh.
I'm wondering what sort of boss you will be. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do.
I don't remember ever becoming your boss. Right now, I think drinking buddy is a better term.
But Ichiban, I just applied to your company
see.
like yesterday.
Then I will do my best.
Are
to
you
live up
not
to
like
that
in charge
title.
of interviews and filing the paperwork?
Oh, guess that's finally it for introductions. He sure is shy, that young Soo Kim.
Maybe it's just me, but I think it's kind of weird that like he's willing to divulge his original name at rank 3. Like I would have expected that for this Link, but
Right.
oh well.
Yo!
Perfect timing, Kasuga-san. There's something I must tell you.
Huh?
I believe I mentioned that a group was looking for me in and around Ijincho, and that the Komijo were looking into their motives and identities.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. You learn anything new?
Yes. It seems they've disappeared from Ijincho. They've avoided the Komijo's nets at every turn.
This is what happens when you burn down their surveillance systems.
Well, that's
Yeah, it's a
Looks
lot
like you
harder
can finally
to
rest
just like
easy then, huh?
relay
How
information
about your
when you
drink?
don't have those networks.
That's very kind of you. And though I
Or
appreciate
maybe
the
this
thought, I'm afraid I'll
organization,
have to
like
decline.
they know the
How
Gomijo's
come?
tactics.
Hmm.
It's possible that the group in question has left the city, and I imagine it's because they found their target.
their target.
What I mean is, I believe my enemies have already ascertained my location and are waiting for the opportune moment to strike.
Yeah, it's probably when this guy keeps going to the same
If
bar to
that's the
drink.
case,
Like a
They're
dork.
quite skilled. They've managed to elude the Komijo's eyes this whole time.
But that's bad
Should
news,
we maybe
right?
not be here?
Yes.
I mean,
And
just
for
given
you
the
and everyone
history,
else around me,
or you know, the Jingwan's
Could fall right into their
past
hands at any
history,
moment.
like I'm sure they would shoot
Okay,
the whole
but
damn place
that's
up
only if we
if
sit around and wait,
you
right?
know they found us here.
What?
Hmm.
No point in being such a stranger. We'll lend you a hand. Let's find these creeps together. Hit them before they hit us. You feel me?
The Komijo have been looking into their whereabouts. Even so, they've proven quite difficult to find. Finding them on our own won't be easy.
So you really think they're Jingang Mafia remnants? You were saying something about that last time, right? That they might be after you because you're using your old boss's name?
Yes, I have no reason to deny that given the circumstances.
Then why not drop the Joon-gi Han thing and go back to being Young-soo Kim? I'm guessing there's some reason you can't do that. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
No, there's nothing preventing me from doing so. I simply wish to
You know,
continue being Joon-gi Han.
That shelf, putting in a lot of
Even if it
work.
means being hunted down?
You see that TV? Putting in a lot, not even a bend.
Holy
don't
fucking
wish to
shit!
get
Yeah,
you
that
or
that
the
thing's
others
got to weigh a
involved in
ton.
Jingan Mafia's
Thing's made
troubles.
of solid, like,
But it appears
oak.
to be too late. So, I may be troubling you already. Everyone should be on
Hey
their
Barkeep,
guard.
can I
My
can I hook up a
pursuers could
Super
attack at
Famicom
any
to this? Play some super high
Forget
quality
who you're
Dragon
talking
Quest
to or
V?
something?
Hell
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
buddy.
We've tangled with both the Ijing 3 and the Omi Alliance guys. We couldn't let our guards down even if we wanted to. Adding the Jingan Mafia to that list ain't gonna make us any less ready.
Interesting. It seems our little party is much tougher than I expected. Then I'm amongst reliable friends. Maybe I am allowed to trouble you after all.
So what now? Do we toast to our new friendship yet?
No, I won't be getting that close. It would be out of character for Joon-gi Han.
Keep putting yourself on a pedestal like that and we'll start leaving you out.
You know what? I kind of understand like where he's coming from on like wanting to uphold the Joon-gi Han legacy and persona, but as the surviving Joon-gi Han, I don't know. Maybe it'd be okay to just like take the reins at that point.
Yo, bartender. What's
I mean,
this one
it's
here?
certainly
If nobody's drinking it, can I have it?
it is carte blanche to just say like you may just do whatever you want now. You know, you aren't beholden to the memory of a man that
Where the hell
you
go?
aren't.
Dunno. Went somewhere in a hurry. Looked like he got a phone call and rushed out.
Also, just like
Hope those
I
Jingo
wouldn't
guys aren't
want to
causing
insult
trouble.
Joon-gi Han's memory, or
I'm
like he
guessing
wouldn't
this
do
wasn't
this or
more than a few
whatever.
minutes ago?
Anyways, I'm just gonna get dressed up as a chef and throw some ice buckets at
Got
some
I'll go see
random
Mark.
dudes in the street.
Hey. The chefs don't throw the ice buckets, it's the hosts that do it.
What's so
Sorry.
important it gets you to leave your drink behind, huh, Joon-gi Han?
It's just a drink, my guy.
You didn't even get that far. Ichiban, how did you not see him?
They went through different doors.
There's only one door.
Yo,
That's
shit.
what you think.
Yo, fancy seeing you here.
Are you not embarrassed?
I don't do embarrassed.
I've been aware of your presence from the moment you started following me. I pretended not to notice because I didn't want to embarrass you in front of others.
Thank you.
Hence, my bringing you to a place so secluded.
Thank you.
Really? Okay. I'm a
This
little
scene works a lot better at nighttime.
Kasuga-san.
Just throwing that out there.
You were worried about me, were you not? I can't say I blame you. It just so happens I'm currently in a position where I could use your help.
Huh?
It's hard to
Where I'm
treat
going will
this
be
seriously with
difficult
this
to
music.
access alone. Would you care
That
to?
too.
Oh, an invitation from the great Joon-gi Han himself, huh?
That guy just heard that Joon-gi Han was around, left immediately.
Nope. I was in Kamurocho like 3 years ago. I'm done. I want nothing to do with this.
Smart
What
man.
is this place? A strip club? Doesn't look like they're up and running.
Yes, your assessment is correct.
What gives? Why'd we come here?
I should fill you in. You are not the only one following me, Kasuga-san. However, they would have never revealed themselves while under the Komijo's gaze.
Then you knew we were watching. Is that
You know,
right,
sometimes when these guys just come out of thin air, I just expect them to be buddies
I'm not young,
from
I'm Joon-gi Han.
Mighty Morphin Power
It's
Rangers.
certainly been a while, though, hasn't it?
So the fake wants to become the boss. You think we'd let you get away with that?
Wait.
It
These
works
guys
for
Yes.
Metal
They're
Gear
survivors
Solid.
of the Jingon Mafia. They came here after hearing whispers of Joon-gi Han's name. According to the Komijo, 7 of them have been watching me throughout Ijincho.
I swear to God, if any one of you
recently
guys
learned
have
that
like
they
a
had
fucking
closed in on my
poison-tipped boot,
which meant that I could take them all down at once.
And that's why you lured them here.
They would have been too much to handle on my own.
And we're just gonna let you
But
exposit
fortunately,
for a
Kasuga-san,
while.
You decided to follow me.
No, please. Finish your story.
Would you be upset if I expected your help in this matter?
they're very
Why
polite.
didn't you say so earlier? Why'd you have to tell me last minute?
If I had told you then, your face would have given my plan away. I can't say I had much faith in your crafty side.
Oh, okay. I am leaving actually.
Will
Bye.
eventually be rebuilt, but you have no right to be its leader. Don't you dare assume Joon-gi Han's name, traitor!
You can take his face though. That's fine.
Shall we?
Oh, oops! I got them drunk.
Brave. Also,
Did I have Ichiban in the freelancer class?
not sure. But for a moment, I also thought you were in auto battle.
No, they're drunk. I have very little control right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave Ichiban Freelancer. I guess I wanted some of the Freelancer skills. Maybe don't do as I did here. Give him a real class.
I like how I just imagine the Jingwon Mafia guys being like, "Yo, you guys okay? Do you need a moment?"
No, we're good now. We're good. Man, he fell the minute Joon-gi Han touched him. Didn't even get to the punching part.
Hey, that's what happens when you're a ranged guy, you know? You just can't deal with melee.
That's fair.
It's a weakness for a reason. See? That guy resisted.
Check this out.
Watch me.
Yeah, I forget if we mentioned it, but this is also the reason why changing classes sucks. That like you just have no damage output.
Freelancer especially because that class has no weapons, as we mentioned a real long time ago.
Yeah.
Freelancer is just not worth it. Like, it's kind of cool seeing like the classic Yakuza move sets in an RPG, but
Kasuga-san,
practically,
stay on your
nah,
guard and make sure none
don't
of
do
them
it.
escape.
Yeah, sure thing. But, what are you planning to do with these guys? We've done enough. You're not set on killing them, are you?
I suppose we'll just wait and see.
Yansu Kim isn't capable of that. He's Joon-gi Han in face only. Second-rate trash. Once the boss was gone, he took off running. He's completely useless. Well, what's your excuse? Why be a double?
I guess
if
to
you
be
can't
fair,
die like one?
like according to the ideals of the Jingon,
I failed to serve my purpose as a
Joon-gi Han probably should have just committed like
And
ritualistic
I cannot
suicide
refute being
upon
called
the failure
useless.
of Joon-gi Han
It is as
crime.
you say. However, the reason I've chosen to remain Joon-gi Han, even now,
Fortunately
is
for
all of
everybody,
you.
Joon-gi Han
have
the
no
second
intention
here
of leading
does
the
not
Jingon
espouse
Mafia.
the virtues of the Jingon.
What?
Gotta say, I'm lost here too.
The day Joon-gi Han was killed and the organization crumbled, what were each of you doing? And where?
Huh? What are you getting at?
You were most likely without a place to go, surviving with little or no purpose, were you not? We were a people who had finally found their place, thanks to Joon-gi Han. It was our only place. After the organization was lost, there was nowhere any of us could turn to. The same was true for me as well. It was by luck, and luck alone, that I was saved by Ijincho's Komijul. I wanted to help. I wanted to offer my hand to those of you that had lost everything of the lives they had once known.
Huh.
However, I had no way of finding all of you once you had dispersed and gone into hiding. That being the case, rather than search for you individually, I decided I'd have you come to Ijincho. If rumors of your dead boss wandering the streets surfaced, you wouldn't be able to resist seeing if they were true. And should you have come to reason that said person was your boss's double,
You knew you guys wouldn't be able to let that slide, and you'd come out for blood.
Very convoluted
I'm-
plan.
You'd all make your way down to Ijincho.
Again, though, I'm seeing another parallel with Venom Snake here.
To help us?
Yep.
yes. If you'd been sniffing around down here, then surely you would have heard about the Komijul at some point. Although I imagine the origins of the Komijul never made themselves known to you.
What origins?
The Komijul are Jingon Mafia refugees. Those who were sent to Kamurocho by the mainland and lost.
What?
By the end of the 1980s, the ones who managed to escape found shelter here in Ijincho, Yokohama's gray zone. The Komijul
Were
have been
there
ready to
that
help
many who
those
actually
like you
escaped?
and
I only
me.
remember like no, 3 guys escaping, and all of them none of them went to Ijincho, I think.
I've
Or
remained
had the
Joon-gi Han
opportunity
so
to
that you
establish
might
the
take
the
my
Komi
hand
Jewel.
and come home.
Look, there's always a fourth
My
man.
aim to see that not a single one of us gets left behind.
So it's true. It really was for all of us.
But I had to beat you all up so that you could understand.
I mean, that's just how it goes in general, really.
Son of a bitch, man. Why you always gotta be so cool?
My apologies for causing you so much trouble. Thank you, Kasuga-san.
So, are those guys gonna join up with the Komi Jewel?
Yes. As long as people have a place to call home, they will always have the courage to go out and fight. I'm hoping they'll use the Komi Jewel as footing and eventually stand on their own.
That's gotta be the most sentimental thing a dude dressed like that has ever said, man.
This outfit belongs to the boss I respected. If you're going to make fun of it, I'll be forced to defend his honor.
Wait, huh? Come on, dude, lighten up. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Some jokes cross into slander, and that I cannot abide. If it wasn't coming from you, that is.
Huh?
You know, outside of Song Hui, you are the only person I've ever revealed myself to. There is nothing more to hide at this point.
Not even the fact that I don't have a karaoke
how's it
song.
I still
Bet you're
can't
pretty
believe
relieved, huh?
10th bill. Calls in the
As much
drinks.
as I'd hate to admit it, you're right. It's nice to take off the mask sometimes. So, would that make us friends at this point, Kasuga-san?
You really asking for confirmation? I didn't think you were the type.
My apologies.
Now for some karaoke.
Nope. Joon-gi Han is the only one party member who doesn't get karaoke. Kinda sucks.